here to talk about some new books that I got going on. New books. This live stream is going to be about my fantasy romance books called Yokai Shadows. Yokai Shadows. This book basically went through a lot of different renditions before I felt uh, that I got it right. And this book was released on Kickstarter. Oh, I should show you the swag. This is actually just a picture of me when I had locks. A friend of mine drew me, and I put it on a shirt, and I wore it on NHK because I was doing a documentary called Journeys in Japan on NHK World, and I was in Itoshima filming it, and I'm saying, if I'm gonna be on TV, streamed in 190 countries, might as well talk about my business. So that's why I'm wearing this. But I wear these pajamas now, and a lot of people say this doesn't look like me. So I don't know. My friend, shout out Quinn. Uh, yeah, I got a lot of things saying people this doesn't look like me. What do you guys think? Does this actually look like me? I mean, of course, I don't have locks right now, but if you look at the face, does this look like me? The face. Anyway, I got some No Theater music playing in the back. And again, if you're just joining, I'm here to talk about my books. As you can see, this one is available on the TikTok shop, Yokai Shadows. Yokai Shadows. I released this on Kickstarter. It got funded, and people grabbed it. I think I had overall probably like 30 backers, but yeah, it brought it to life. It's a short book, but fantasy romance based in Japan with Japanese folklore. Okay, look like I got some questions or comments. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna have a problem here. Yeah, I know, man. It's difficult. It doesn't look like me. I know. I mean, I used to have locks, but the face. It's gotta talk to my friend, man. My friend, he's gonna have to redo this. He's been upping his skill, so I'm sure that he can do a better job now. I like it. I just had a couple family members say, that does not look like you. So anyway, Yokai Shadows, my fantasy romance book based in Japan. As you can see, international relationship, interracial, whatever. I'm Jamaican Chinese, born in America, so all the stuff I write about definitely has a black character and an Asian character, because I got both of those mixed in me. And this one in particular is a Ghanaian guy with a Japanese woman based in Japan. And, they have a little monster problem. Got a little monster problem going on. But the monsters are based in Japanese folklore. So if you're interested in things like yokai, which are Japanese mythical beasts, basically, that, encapsulate all the things humans were scared of back in the day, then this book is for you. Yokai Shadows, fantasy romance. Still based in modern Japan, especially if you like Kansai, Osaka, Kyoto vibes. But no masks are a heavy, heavy thing in this. Looks fire. I appreciate you, Jay. Yeah, grab it on the TikTok shop right there. It should be attached to this live. But the special thing about this is that it is printed on washi paper. Washi paper. So, yeah, if you watch any of those old kung fu movies back in the day, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee. I'm named after Bruce Lee's son. My name is Brandon. My parents, growing up in Jamaica, those kung fu movies came over. They fell in love with kung fu movies. So they named me after Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee. If you're familiar with The Crow, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, this is basically, someone said, I don't know, but damn, sorry, I farted. Yeah, you're going to have to work that out, man. I don't know what's going on with your stomach. But yeah, if you're into Japanese folklore, yokai, etc., with a little bit of international romance, then Yokai Shadows, check it out. And what I was saying before is that no theater masks, the music you hear in the background, that is the actual music they play at the theater, no theater. This book speaks a lot about no theater. And if you're not familiar with no theater, then let me show you a little mask here. Hello, Koma-chan. Hello on YouTube. This is an actual no theater mask. These are used on the stage in Japan. Across the world, this is the oldest form of theater. So all the stuff you see on Broadway, all of the stuff you see on, you know, a lot of people go to the theater. Ooh, gotta be careful of this kid. All the people that go to theater in the park and all of that, Yuna, hello Yuna-san. All the people that go to theater in the park and, you know, all of the Western-based theater is, you know, younger compared to no theater. This has a 700-year-old history, and the reason that it is the oldest form is because this basically is still performed as it was 700 years ago. Hi, Yuna-san, hello, Koma-chan, hello. 皆さん、能面ご存知ですか？この能面ってどれの能面でしょうか？ And someone said on TikTok, how many times have you kissed that? No, every morning. I gotta wake up. I don't kiss my girlfriend first. I kiss this no mask first. That's how you bring out the spirits. That's how you bring out the spirits. But this is a water sprite that's like a mythical beast. I don't know if it's considered a yokai or what, but this basically jumped out the river one day and was like, yo, I'm gonna go talk to some humans, met a human that did business, drank with them, had a lot of fun, and after a while, peaced out, went back to the river, and the businessman woke up the next day with a gourd of alcohol, or Japanese sake, unlimited, because the water sprite found that this businessman was honest, an honest businessman, and so he rewarded him with unlimited sake. Do you understand Japanese? Hai, Koma-chan, wakarimasu. I understand Japanese. I lived here for 10 years. Not perfect at all, but you know, I get around. I'm able to I started a business back in 2022 offering these traditional Japanese crafts along with the books that I write based on the experiences I've had here. As I showed you before, Yokai Shadows, わかるんですね。勉強したんですか？はい、独学しました。I studied Japanese by myself basically, and that's why my grammar is still messed up. But you know, I can communicate, and I got friends, and you know, got a partner, business, so I think I'm okay. But this is a special edition of Yokai Shadows. As you can see, I have the characters with the no masks on their face and the kappa, a very famous yokai that you can see in the back. That is the main antagonist in this book. はい、すごいですね。ありがとうございます。コマちゃん、どこに住んでるんですか？はい、Yokai Shadows. This is a special edition book. Or I should say special edition of Yokai Shadows. Also printed on washi paper. Again, if you enjoy those kung fu movies back in the day with the guy with the long beard, you know, that's the effect I'm going for with this. In those movies, you always see like they pull out the secret whatever technique and it's on a scroll. Those are printed on washi paper, which is like, you know, you think back to Egypt and all those old, I think it's called papyrus, I can't even pronounce it properly. Papyrus, like original forms of paper. Washi is one form of them, but they're printed on 3 different types. They're made from 3 different types of plants. I interviewed some washi paper shokunin back in like 2000. That was 2020 probably. That was like 5 years ago. But yeah, so I stayed in contact with those artisans and they helped me print my book on this. You can see there's some art in here as well. Digital art. And yeah, Yokai Shadows, fantasy romance, international romance with yokai Japanese folklore inside. And もう寝るので、高評価チャンネル登録しときました。ありがとうございます、こまちゃん。おやすみなさい。ありがとうございます。健康的ですね、この時間に寝るのは。僕ももうそろそろ寝た方がいいよね。ありがとうございます。おやすみなさい。Thank you. I got a subscriber on YouTube, Japanese subscriber. And anyway, here is another edition where I gave a different cover for backers on Kickstarter. And if you're, actually I should ask, anybody watching this, have you used Kickstarter before? Just pop a yes in the chat. Have you used Kickstarter before? Kickstarter. Anyway, this is an additional cover of Yokai Shadows. I actually prefer this one. I prefer this cover compared to this cover. Which one do you guys prefer? どっちの方が好きでしょうか? どっちの表紙の方がいいでしょうか? ファンタジーなんですけど. Yeah, so 2 different covers. I think I printed them equally, and you know, people on the Kickstarter went for both of these covers. So yeah, it depends on the person. Depends what you like. I prefer this one though. Yeah, it just has a more, I don't know, it has a more romance feel to it, and the antagonist in the back, basically the kappa, but it has a different style than the typical frog that you would see. Like, this is the typical kappa you would see usually. Yeah, so those are the special editions, but I started actually with this cover of Yokai Shadows. Yeah, I started with this and I was like, I really like this one. I really like this one personally. But I don't know. I mean, book covers are supposed to catch your eye immediately. This is difficult. Like, you gotta spend a few seconds, like, to see the different elements. Like, what is that? Who is this? Right? It's not that easy to understand. So, you know, you gotta think less art and more marketing. What catches your eye? What catches the reader's eye, you know? Anyway, this is without the art and smaller print, so you can see that it's a little bit thinner. But this was the first color of Yokai Shadows, and I offered this cover alongside this cover. So, and when you compare both of these covers, I actually prefer this cover. Again, it's a fantasy romance book, so this cover portrays the romance a little bit better, I think. This just looks like, I don't know, man. It's definitely more fantasy than romance, but yes, that's the evolution of Yokai Shadows. And you can see I started out with a little bit of different types of art with this old women, like, this was actually the first cover with a different title, Shokunin Heart. And you know, I don't know, it just didn't work. Like, I actually ran this campaign on Kickstarter. You can see I'm doing different edits of the cover. And it didn't fund. So Kickstarter, if you don't know, it's like crowdfunding site, and a lot of authors are using Kickstarter now because of the ability to rack up pre-orders, you know, early. They can see what stories have the most demand, and then they go off and write. But that one didn't fund, so I thought it was the cover. I'm like, maybe the cover didn't work. And so then I put up this cover with this option, and it funded. So books are judged by their covers, and these covers apparently worked. And after this was just a story, after these covers funded, then I did another Kickstarter offering the special editions with these and art inside. And this also funded. So again, people treat covers with all of the respect, because yeah, I get it. I do it too when I'm picking up another author's book. It's like you judge the book, you judge the content on the cover. So I had to learn that lesson firsthand, and that's where we're at. So again, I am going live every day in August. If you're interested in any of the books I showed you, TikTok shop available. If you're on YouTube or any other social platform that I post this on, BrandonChin.net. BrandonChin.net. It's not this picture. Again, my friend did not match the face, apparently, according to my family, but it's a different author picture on their website. But if you're looking to get the mask or any of the books, BrandonChin.net, or if you're on TikTok, directly on TikTok Shop. So thanks again for joining. I'm going to make these super short because I'm just nailing in the habit of showing up. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. BrandonChin.net. Take care. Boom.